Hi everyone. I'm a little tired after gardening all day today and whatnot. I got the video edited up, but I did remember I wanted to go over some fusing with you all. Um, I know when I was first starting back up this time, I used to quilt quite often before, and then I quilt for a while, and I never really knew a whole lot, so I did basic just square block quilt. Did some different angles and stuff, kind of learning stuff on my own. Wasn't even watching YouTube or nothing at the time. But I was figuring it out and stuff as I went. Well, then I got into other quilting, and there's so many of them that use interfacing. So interfacing is a whole world on its own. There are so many different types. I'd see it on there, and I'd order some, or I'd go to Walmart or something trying to find that. Walmart doesn't carry a whole lot, let me tell you. So trying to find different kinds, and I get like this is when I carry from or purchased from Walmart. It was the wrong one. So I wanted to go through and lightly touch on a few different kinds that I have purchased and that I work with now, knowing what they do. So maybe that would help you out a little bit. So this one is a PP44F fusible interfacing. And this is also what I have here. I just wrapped my excess around there to keep it nice. But this is actually a lighter interfacing, and interfacing on its own. Let me see if I can turn this to a warm light here. Okay, so interfacing on its own, you can see this side is really soft, but when you flip it over, you can see the texture on there. That is actually the glue on the back of it, or on this side here, that adheres to the fabric when you iron it on. So you would place it that side down onto the fabric like this and then iron it. You always want to cover it for the simple fact that the glue can sometimes leak out and it'll get all over your iron. Also, I always put a cheap cloth down on my ironing board in case this isn't fully covering, but I try to make it in there. Is what I discovered works great for t-shirt quilts. So that's something to keep in mind. This was on sale at Joann's, this whole bolt. And if you buy the bolts at Joann's, you always get like 10% extra off. So I just got the whole bolt of that. I made one t-shirt quilt so far, and I plan on making several more yet. I got the t-shirts, I just haven't got to them. So I figured I could use up the whole bolt. This here is Pellon Craft Fuse 808. Now looking at the picture, it has a pillow with an owl, and the cathedral window pillow there. But I thought it was more for like a double-sided fusing. It's not. It's more of a thicker. I don't know if you can see how thick that is. It's more of a thicker fusing. But I plan to make the totes. They don't have handles. They're like baskets, like fabric baskets. And I want to get them made up to put. Actually, I need 12 of them for Christmas gifts this year for Christmas time. So I got the green pieces fabric stick out for that. But I also wanted to do some in my crafting room to put different items in. So that was 808 Craft Fuse. And then finally, I was looking for a fusing to do applique with. And I wanted the double-sided with a paper on the back. Hence the reason for this video tonight is we are going to be doing some applique in a video tomorrow. So I wanted to get the fusing out of the way first so we can kind of understand that. So this is double-sided, and I have a few strips that were left over from a project I was working on. So once you iron this side, so you take you take one of these and you put it on there, you fuse it to one side, then you cut around it. Back. So another benefit to this is you can draw on it or write on it or whatever to trace your pattern out of this as well. So it fits right onto your piece. So if they were doing that pattern, the flower petal pattern, then we'd be able to have a piece that fit. You'd want it just inside of that on your piece, and then you just iron it on there. And then once you pull the paper off, then you can flip it over and iron it onto wherever you're putting it to applique at. And this is the only one I found that was like this so far. I watched many videos to get that information just because I needed that information. And this is a Heat and Bond Light. Heat and Bond Light sewable. So I guess the Heat and Bond itself, when it's not the light, is a thicker one, and it gums up your needle when you're sewing on the machine. So you don't want that. But this is an iron-on adhesive. It is double-sided, and it does have the paper on the back, so it's perfect for applique. So we'll be using that tomorrow. These other ones will set back in there, but we'll be using some of this Heat and Bond Light tomorrow, along with these in an upcoming video on applique for quilting. You can actually use applique on a lot of things, but we're going to use it on a quilt. But we will see you back here tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night, guys.